Good afternoon and welcome to the Business Hour on Burton Radio from 1 till 2 p.m. every Monday. And as usual, I've got two great guests in the studio with me today. Two people from Better Care Services. We've got Bianca Marie. Hi Bianca, how you doing?
Hello, not too bad, thank you.
Good. And Jade Mountford, also from Better Care Service. How you doing, Jade?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Better to see you both in the studio today. We haven't done a show for the last few weeks. And as per usual, we usually got the Monday Club going on at the Brew House, just downstairs from Burton Radio, every Monday from 9:30 till 1 p.m. until we get to the Business Hour show. So once again, how you doing? And have you been on the radio before?
Well, kind of. I've been on a pirate radio.
A pirate radio?
Yeah.
What, on a ship or? They used to have them on the oil, on like old oil platforms, didn't they, or whatever? I don't know.
It was being held in like a block of flats.
Okay.
So nobody could find us. Anyway.
Oh, really? So what was it? It was a music show or like a?
It was a music show. Yeah.
Superb.
Yeah, because I like reggae. So.
Ah, yes. Okay. So somewhere in the Midlands, maybe.
Definitely.
Yes.
We shan't say where.
We won't say which show either. Okay, that's really interesting. What about you, Jade? You been on the radio?
No, I haven't. This is my first time.
Ever done a podcast?
Nope.
Anything on YouTube?
Nope.
Well, we're going to be on YouTube as well. Hopefully, if the video works, we'll have to cut the music out like we usually do with YouTube, but we'll put that on YouTube on the Business Hour. You can find that on @theBizHour. That's B-I-Z, @theBizHour. So make sure you find that and you subscribe and you'll be able to watch. Once I've got it uploaded, Bianca and Jade on YouTube later on. But for now, we'll do what we usually do. And we'll talk to our guests, find out their career path, where they went to school, what they enjoyed at school, some of those part-time jobs or full-time jobs they did in the meantime, and how actually they got into business, or they came to the point where they wanted to start that business in the first place. So it should be a very interesting show. And we've also got another announcement today as well regarding on Nurses' Day. Is that right?
That's true. So tomorrow, which is the 12th of May, it's International Nurses' Day.
International Nurses' Day. Super. We can tell us a bit more about that a bit later, Bianca. So let's start with yourself, actually, Bianca. Where did you go to school?
Okay, so where did I go to school? So I'm going to start because my one is long. I don't want people to guess my age.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So I'm going to start in the middle.
All right.
So I went to an all-girls school, high school.
Okay.
In Harare.
Harare? Okay.
Yes, that is in Zimbabwe.
In Zimbabwe?
Yes.
Crikey. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was there. In Zimbabwe, we've got what we call form. We don't say year. So you go from Form 1 to Form 4,
Okay.
which is the GCSEs.
Got ya.
Yes, and then you go to Upper 6, but they call it Form 5 and Form 6.
Okay. Oh, I see. All right. So it's not like Form 4 where you start your GCSEs and you finish in what logically would be Form 5.
Yes.
Form 4 is 2 years, or is it 1 year?
It's 1 year.
It would have been 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. And was it similar to like a GCSE type?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Then our GCSEs was actually Oxford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the board.
All right, and so all the kind of traditional type subjects like a science, a maths, language, all that good stuff, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, my son's currently doing his GCSEs. In fact, he's had English literature today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, till 11 o'clock this morning. So he's already finished that one, actually. Bit of Macbeth and a bit of poetry. Oh, sorry, the Scottish play, isn't it? You can't say that word. So, and what kind of, out of those subjects, was there anything in particular that you really, really enjoyed? Anything you excelled at or just enjoyed? And it doesn't have, or was there something you really hated? What did you enjoy at school, or even?
Wow. So, school was something else. I was an average student,
Okay.
so that didn't help because it meant I have to spend a lot of time studying more than the intelligent ones. But, I pulled through.
Yeah.
Was able to pass and then went to A-levels.
Okay.
So that was good.
So what subjects would you have done at A-level?
So, believe it or not, but I think it's in me anyway. So I did art.
Yeah, okay.
And then I did English
Okay.
as a subject, and then history.
History.
Yeah.
So a bit of creativity, but you also like I suppose actually it is about storytelling, isn't it?
It is.
History and maybe that bit of English as well. I did English literature at university. It wasn't that interesting. In fact, actually, at the time I didn't think it was that much more advanced than A levels, to be honest with you. Just got more work to do. More work to do. Yeah, absolutely. What about you and Jade? Where did you go to school?
So I went to a primary school in Rugeley called Jade Mountford.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Rugeley?
In Rugeley. So that's where I grew up. And then I moved to Hensford and went to another primary school just for year 6.
Okay.
Called West Midlands. That's weird now my children go to. It's so strange.
Because I grew up around Rugeley as well, so that's interesting actually. We started off near the hill, Etching Hill.
Etching Hill.
And I think my sisters went to school just down the road, and it was Fair Oak School back then as well. Now it's the Hart School, isn't it?
Yeah.
So where did you go to secondary school?
Kingsmead in Hensford.
Kingsmead in Hensford. Okay, yes, we're aware of Hensford.
Yeah.
And Kingsmead, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually went to see them about talking to them about chamber work. Actually, they were looking to engage, for some of their careers development.
Yeah.
Really good school as well. Good reputation, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
Right, so what kind of subjects did you like or excelled in or didn't or
I'll probably say I did art.
Yeah.
For like GCSEs and public service. So that's basically like we did the outdoor learning side of things. So we did experience of like what it's like to be in the army. So we slept under a basher in the trees and did like drills and marching and all that sort of stuff.
Did you know this, Bianca?
No. If you look at me, I'm awfully shocked.
So this is great about the program because quite often I always find out things about people I didn't know before. But yeah, that's great. And now we've got 2 guests who work together.
Yes.
It's good to see you. We got to talk about that now.
Yeah.
In the army. So did you no thoughts about joining the army or anything?
No. It's just the outdoor learning. Because I love camping, so I just loved anything like learning outdoors. We learned how to like live off ration packs, so not actual food. We had to boil in a foil bag.
Yeah, I've done that.
Water. Yeah, it's not very nice, is it?
Not really, especially when you're cold and you've probably been hiking all day. And but yeah, when you're out there in the open or in the forest somewhere, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always hated like sit down learning, writing, and because I'm dyslexic, so I always found that hard.
Okay.
But anything like outdoorsy and stuff.
So what was that called again? That particular course or
public services? Public
services, and because that might have been after I'd left school. There was some kind of that came into play to widen the experience of students. Public service. What else did you do with public service stuff? Was it?
So a lot of it was learning all about like the ambulance, police, fire. All the public services basically, and like what they do day in day out, and then we used to do little things. Like experience of sleeping under the basher and stuff. That was to do with the army. We had medics come in and teach us first aid, so obviously that was to do with the ambulance service and things. Fire, we had a fire truck that come in and showing us the equipment and things like that, and we had to like bleep tests and stuff like that, so it just showed you like little glimpses into what they do.
Brilliant. Bleep test score?
Hated it.
Do you remember what you got to?
No,
fair enough. Particularly hard test, that one. So there's glimpses there of actually, working with people, and that kind of service environment, isn't there?
Yeah.
What about you, Bianca? Where did that start to form, or had it not formed at that point?
So I was groomed to care.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm one of 7. And I was given responsibility for everybody else who came after me. So I've always been in the family. Yes, and always been responsible. So to be honest, I think it's in the DNA.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that. I find it easy to care. So yeah.
Amazing. I think you might have mentioned that to me way back actually. Yeah, no, that it makes absolute sense. Mm-hmm. And so what was the next part of your journey then, Bianca?
Okay. Yes, so believe it or not, I wanted to be an air hostess.
Okay.
And I think I could have, worked.
I'm not sure I knew that. Okay.
But they've got a different name for it now. It's flight attendant.
Flight attendant, of course, yeah.
But then it didn't work out. So my first job was receptionist.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to work for a company that sold timber.
Right.
Yes.
Was that still in Harare?
That was in Harare.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then after a while, because one thing that I thought I was also going to be when I didn't manage to make it for the airlines, I thought I would be a psychologist because I love the mind.
Okay.
So I was looking, and I had a very strict father. He's still around, so he's off now. But I wanted to be as far from him as I could.
Oh, I see.
So I was looking for universities that were abroad.
Okay.
Looked around, searched, and I thought psychology would take a long time.
Yeah.
And that time you didn't see any young psychologists. I think you would find that life had to make you...
Yeah, so I suppose as a psychologist, is that like a med type degree that takes a lot longer to complete?
Yes, and then you spend a lot of time. From my research, I could be wrong. Those times you would spend a lot of time as an assistant psychologist, even when you've qualified. Yeah. Because how many psychologists do you need?
Absolutely right. Yeah. Until you can strike out either on your own or through a service somewhere. Yeah.
That's right. So I thought, I'll look at mental health. So to me, it sounded like the same. They're completely different, but I think at the moment they are moving close together. To be honest, yin and yang, so we can work well. Yeah. So I applied to the University of Wolverhampton.
Okay.
So that's where I started my nursing. It was diploma at that time, and then they later changed it to a degree. So I had to top it up.
Okay.
And the degree was University of Birmingham.
So Wolverhampton to Birmingham. So the degree was UCB.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. What about you, Jade? Did you go on to further education, or did you start work straight away?
So from high school, I went to Stafford College and I studied public services further. And then I also started working whilst at college. So I started working at a garden centre nursery.
All right.
Basically, it's like a summer job, just to get some money and things. And then I scrapped all that and then started working at Jade Sports.
Okay.
And then that was a Christmas temp and then got made full position there. Then I started to do hairdressing at college. So I did a complete career jump.
So you're still out there working with the public and customer service and all the rest of it. Yeah.
So at one point I was doing college and I had 2 part-time jobs, and then left college, completely left, and then started another full-time position at Jade in Birmingham. That was crazy.
Wow! So you dive straight into work, and clearly you're doing a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which is good. Shows a real kind of work ethic there as well, doesn't it? And certainly something which comes into probably what you're doing now as well. But we'll capture that in a minute. We got the first song of the afternoon from Bianca. We'll choose this time first of all. What's the song, Bianca, and why this one?
It's called "Wake Me Up." For me, I think it's the beat, and I use this song for different things.
Okay.
So all good and bad. So when I don't want to do something, it's like "Wake Me Up" when it's over.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to when it finishes. But then because of the beat, I get excited. So this song gets me out of bed.
Inspiration.
That
was Wake Me Up by Avicii, the first song chosen by Bianca there. Bianca and Jade actually are from Better Care Services. Actually, Better Care Services is domiciliary care services, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the business in a bit. We need to learn a bit more about our guests first. So who do we speak to? I think we spoke to Jade last. Let's come back to you, Bianca. So let's imagine now you've just finished university. So you got your diploma at Wolverhampton, went on to University of Birmingham to finish the degree. So what doors did that open?
So The qualification is registered mental health nurse.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm a butterfly, so I jump around a lot.
Okay.
So my first job was in Hampshire, which is the south of England. So that's where I got my first job, and I was there for 4 years.
Wow. Okay.
So which is, we shan't say the years.
As a mental health, and was that in a private type scenario or NHS?
NHS. I'm an NHS baby.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And crikey, 4 years. So in Hampshire, where was that? Near Southampton somewhere? Or?
Near Southampton. There's an area called Fareham.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's sort of like a village type of feeling.
Yes, I know. I've heard of, probably driven through Fareham a few times, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting. So that was 4 years. And what kind of things did you do there?
So it's usually, looking after people's well-being, and it's like a ward setup. This was, so it's like taking charge of the wards, supporting junior nurses and students, and making sure that people are looked after, and then for them to, when they get better, they can then come back into the community.
Did you go straight into a management role, or did that take time, or was that actually what the degree gave you?
So it was a progression, actually. So you start as a junior nurse, and I did that for like 6 months.
Okay.
And then from there, you become a senior nurse. But from day one, though, you're basically in charge.
Wow.
You are running the wards.
Okay. Crikey. So yeah, loads of experience gathered there over 4 years. And where did you go after that? Did you come back to the Midlands, or did you move on somewhere else?
So it was quite a lot of responsibility, though, because I remember, because I was very young. It was like, people would actually look after me instead of me.
How old were you then? This won't date you.
I got really looked after. Okay. But then the south is expensive.
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision because I was looking to buy my first house.
Okay.
So I came all the way back to the Midlands.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, my grandmother and my cousins actually and my auntie moved down to Southampton many years ago. Never came back. So that's brave, coming back to the Midlands.
It was.
It's lovely down there as well, isn't
Absolutely
it?
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I miss it.
Would you go back?
I would, if I can afford it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I suppose when you came back to the Midlands, where did you go into then? What happened then?
Yeah, so stayed in the same sort of like role. So remained as a nurse. However, I was able to pivot, and that's the beauty of nursing. I was able to pivot and work in different spaces.
Okay.
Remained with the NHS, but you also have the flexibility of joining other. They call it locum. So which means you're doing sort of like some part-time. So that I was able to work in different community and even different towns.
All right.
Yes, so I've worked almost like everywhere, really. Because like I said, I'm a butterfly, so sometimes you'll find I would take a shift in Wales.
All right.
And then go there, stay there for maybe over the weekend and work 2 days and come back.
And obviously they provide accommodation in wherever you are and stuff like that, do they?
Most times, but sometimes, you'd have to sort yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, been as far as London. I've gone to different, Shrewsbury, different towns.
Yeah. Brilliant. I suppose that's kind of nice in a way as well, because it keeps you going to different places and working with different people.
Absolutely.
Did you find that helps with your own kind of well-being, and or is it? Would you feel more kind of suited to one place?
So it's really good for personal development.
Okay.
Because imagine you're walking into a space, you don't even know the city. Yeah. Sometimes it's your first time there, and you don't even know the ward and the dynamics or the community team you're working with. So it made me a people person. I'm really able to walk into different spaces. But remember, the challenge is you're actually walking in with people who already work together, and you're the one who's in charge. So for operations and actually just management wise, it really was a good experience.
So you've got to be good at gaining respect immediately.
That's right, and trust.
And making them feel safe as well as, your patients, I suppose.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Jade, what about you? So you, last thing I heard, you were working for JD Sports. What happened next?
So after I left JD Sports in Birmingham, I was like, it's too far away from home. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, the commitment. So then I came back to JD in Cannock.
Okay.
Went part-time. And then I started working part-time at an optician's.
All right.
So I was like the receptionist, the sales.
Is that a well-known opticians or independent?
No, it's an independent one. It was amazing there. Absolutely loved it. I loved speaking to everyone that come in. There's a lot of elderly, and hearing their stories and stuff was amazing. We just get carried away and stuff. Absolutely love that job. And then I actually took a break and had my first child.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so had him. He had quite a lot of a complex issue when he was born, so I stayed off and dealt with that.
Yeah.
And then I went back into work, but I actually completely changed. I went into sales.
Okay.
So customer service sales, which is at Vodafone.
Okay, yes.
So that's quite difficult.
No, I imagine. I mean, going into any, I mean, there's sales when you're like at JD Sports where it's kind of you've got an audience coming in to buy from you.
Yeah.
When you have to try a little bit harder to actually sell stuff because people don't.
Because we have to try and get the sales.
That's
so
correct.
It's not just about someone's walking in and buying. We've got to get it from them. So there's a lot of targets.
So I think that's kind of where sometimes working for somebody and then it actually becoming a bit of a business chore. That kind of change into sales sometimes starts to prepare you for business.
Yeah.
Because you then have that responsibility not only just to the business you're working for, but to yourself, because it actually means that you could probably maximise your own income.
Yeah, because we was on bonus. So if we hit store targets, it released our bonus.
Then there you go. So you're working as a team to hit those targets.
And we had constant viewer figures and stuff, so we knew exactly what was coming in, because it was a partner store. So there was a lot of business things that you learn whilst working.
Because you're talking to businesses, you know what their needs are. And actually to be able to sell effectively, you need to open up what those issues are to be able to summarise. Test close.
And then so after there, I actually had my second son. And then I took a little break away. And then complete career change. I found Better Care Services.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
So it's been about a year, coming up to a year and a half now.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Year and a half. And you've been working together since?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's your role with Better Care Services?
So I'm clinical administrator, so I basically do a bit of everything.
A bit of everything?
A bit in the office, yeah.
Administration, operational stuff as well, so you're looking after who's out there, or...?
So I deal with the rotas, organising all of that. I liaise with family, I liaise with clients, I go out and do assessments. I then do all the paperwork, so keeping all that in order, making sure we've got absolutely everything we need. Yeah. Filing.
Fantastic. So we'll hear a bit more about that from Bianca in a minute. She'll tell us a bit more about what you do and also what Bianca does. But what I want to kind of explore after the next song, actually, is how Bianca began that business, made that transition, and had the bravery to actually start a business in the first place. Because that can be quite often for many individuals the kind of the biggest hurdle.
That's right.
Getting over. Can I do this? Should I do this? What if it all goes wrong? I've got my whole life tied up in it. In some ways, I think you've shown that you've always got skills to go back to, but it's still a massive leap from working for what is a fairly safe environment with NHS, isn't it? So, Jade, this is a song called Stargazing by Miles Smith. Why this one?
It just makes me happy.
And that's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a happy song.
Fantastic. This is Stargazing by Miles Smith. Okay, and that was Stargazer by Miles Smith?
Yeah.
Miles Smith. I think I have heard that one before, but it's I can never remember who's actually doing these songs nowadays. I think it's because of my age. But
I never remember names.
It's a lovely song. It's a lovely song anyway. So I want to touch on now how you got to the point where you thought, you know what? I think I need to start a business. What happened?
Okay, so yeah, I actually, if you cut my DNA, it's nursing. So I'm a better nurse than a business person. However, what I ended up becoming was because I'm very big on personal development and well-being and people looking after themselves and managing themselves better. So it was something, the well-being part was something I was doing on the side. So I'd been coaching a few people and ended up coaching a few directors who actually were running healthcare services, be it domiciliary care. And everybody kept saying, "Oh, you're very good at this. Yeah. Why don't you just start your own?"
So that inspired you, you think? Or,
it did.
Did it make you think, did you actually think at some point, yes, I could do that? Or was it a case of other people saying to you?
It was more other people saying that. And then I thought, well, why not? Because for me, I like change. I like challenging spaces. I like different things because otherwise I get bored. So I've remained a nurse, but I've had to do different things with nursing. But so one thing that is my strength, though, is building teams. So even though I knew it might be difficult for me to transit and pull this through, I knew I always know I can build a team.
Fantastic. And so how did you go about doing it? Was it like, still talking about the foundations of the business here?
Yes.
What was the day you said, right, I'm going to do it? And what did that look like?
Oh my gosh!
I know you've told me about this in the past, but tell me again, and feel free to include or omit anything that you need to. But because I understand, because at the time it was still, even though it was a brand new business, it was always like any business. It's still difficult to kick off the ground, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, to be quite fair, I think it did take me quite a bit of time because there's a lot of preparation that's required, and quite rightly, healthcare is very regulated, so you would have to make sure that you sort of like manage to hit all the milestones for you to make sure that you are and you can practice as a business in healthcare, especially domiciliary care, because you are looking after vulnerable people. Yeah. So there's a lot of preparation in terms of the background office, I call it.
Yeah, licenses and certification and all kinds of stuff,
And just getting everything ready, policies and procedures, and, getting your staff trained and training yourself, and just like looking at areas where you want to go into, what you want to specialize, what you want to pay attention to, because it is quite vast, isn't it, healthcare? There's lots of different compartments.
And difficult, you have to tender for these contracts as well to go and work for CCJs, what are they call again?
CCGs.
CCGs, yes, sorry, yes, I always get that wrong, I don't know why. CCJs is what you go to court for, isn't it? Not the same thing. So what does CCG stand for?
It's the commissioning board.
Yes.
So the commissioning for health.
And that's where, and those are the people who will grant you a license to.
Not really. It's actually.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, it's actually CQC.
Oh, CQC, of course. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah. So you're going to educate everybody today. Well, what we'll do is we'll talk about the business in more detail. Jay's going to go through a bit of that in a short while. But as we've been talking about nursing, tell us about International Nursing Day.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, test for you guys. Do you know anybody who's quite prominent in nursing or who has been a pioneer for us angels who was born on the 12th of May?
No, I don't, but some of our listeners might.
Might know. Florence Nightingale.
Oh, okay.
Cool, yes. Okay. So she was born on the 12th of May, 1820.
And famous for her work in the Crimean War, was that right? Yes, amongst other things?
I think she's the one who was the breakthrough for nurses. Yeah.
Okay.
So she turned up and said, right, let's get back to basics.
Wasn't she more of a manager, though?
Matron, I would call her.
Matron, okay. Yes, so she's still rolling her sleeves up and...
Rolling her sleeves up and getting to business.
With a candle in a lamp.
That's right.
No, not to belittle the work, but yeah. So tell us more. Do you know more about Florence Nightingale?
What we have got
is this what? Is this what? Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So I think it's because of the because care is about caring, but then she was able to make sure that patient care was put at the heart. For me, if you ask me, some people might disagree, but I think she's the one who got us on track.
Okay.
Yes. So tomorrow, Tuesday, the 12th of May, it's International Nurses Day. So at Better Care Services, we have started a campaign to make sure that nurses are celebrated, because I know I'm biased, but I don't think there's healthcare without nurses.
Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of things happen on International Nurses Day?
Well, all sorts. Those who have got nurses at home, please make sure you look after them, make them, be taken care of, and allow them to rest, because to be quite honest, who cares for those who cares for others? So I'm giving a responsibility to the community to say, when you see a nurse tomorrow, say thank you, nurse.
And what a great saying, who cares for those who care for others? I like that. We might turn that into a short on YouTube. Absolutely. Well, look, that's great. We can cover a bit more about that towards the actual end of the show, and we'll get the contact details for the business too. Plus, we really need to hear more about Better Care Services too from Jade in just a moment. I've changed my my music choice, because this is a song by Dire Straits, but it's kind of more of a social business type throw on. I don't know, in a way, mental health, and it's called Industrial Disease. You may not have heard it before.
No.
It's quite amusing, but it might be completely inappropriate. I'm really not sure, but we'll go for it anyway. This is Industrial Disease by Dire Straits. It's an amusing song from their album Love Over Gold, which I think everybody should listen to at least once. And I'm not a massive Dire Straits fan. Anyway, let's get back to business and the business of Better Care Services. So I can speak to Jade now, who pretty much, whilst Bianca's not there, runs a show by the sounds of things. Is that right, Bianca, or not?
Well,
I'll put you in a position now.
Jade is my unicorn, I'm going to have to say.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Great. So Jade, what does Better Care Services do? What do you do? How does it work? Who does it benefit? Okay,
so benefits the elderly, really. So we do everything we can to keep them in their homes, keep their independent life going.
Okay.
Just keep them at home for as long as we possibly can, because everybody loves being at home. You don't want to be in a hospital or like a care home.
Or a private home, do you?
Yeah,
no, you're right.
You want to be at home in your comfort, surrounded by your friends and your family still, and still being able to have independence in their life. We're just there to help, just give them a helping hand. We're like a friend. That's basically what we are.
So the clue's in the name, really, is it domiciliary care? Being able to stay at home in the comfort of your own home, being able to be visited still easily by people who know where you live, don't mind going there, friends, family, and also being able to, sit back and be taken care of by Better Care Services.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. And so, what else do you do there?
So it's not just about caring. We can go in for a chat, companionship. We can do a little bit of cleaning. We can do a little bit of dancing if you want to do some dancing. We can literally do everything that you would want us to do.
So those services, you can layer those services on bespoke to the client.
Yeah, so we'll go in and we'll do, it's called an initial assessment.
Yeah.
And we'll sit down, we'll chat, we'll listen to everything that you would want to happen, and then we literally tailor make it to that person, including the carer. So we're building a relationship and a rapport up when we do that initial assessment, and then it's normally me and our team leader called Stephen will go back and we'll say, this person's going to be amazing for them, because their personalities bounce off each other.
And that's great. So it's not just go in, you need care at 3 till 6 o'clock every day, or all day, or 24 hour, or week long. So it's any amount of time, or full time care as well, I take it.
So it can be anything. We could go in for 15 minutes, half an hour, 45, an hour. We can stay there for a long period of time. We can do overnight.
But like you say, it's not just, you need that time, we're going to send somebody in. It's actually matching the right people with the right people too. And that's a really lovely thing to be able to do. So in a way, you kind of, you go that extra step, don't you, than probably most other domiciliary care services.
Well, yeah, because again, it's making sure they're comfortable in their own home. So we do take that extra time to match that carer to that client.
Yeah, fantastic. I bet there's some real nice stories come out of that as well, isn't there? You got any for us?
Bianca,
any testimonials?
Wow. For me, I think it's been there's been a lot of testimonials to an extent that we actually have people sometimes having to move on and be looked after by other care agencies, but requesting to return.
Okay.
Back to us. So, for example, when somebody goes into hospital, they have to be discharged with the package of care, and I think with most counties you would have one agency or two that will have that contract. However, and it usually lasts for about 6 weeks, and just to help people to get back if they've been in hospital for a period of time. So, but what you find is the people that we had looked after before they went into hospital, and they're supposed to come back automatically with the other care package, they would request to come back to better care.
Fantastic.
Because with us, it's about making sure that people are cared for in a way that supports their individualism.
And their like, there's no better testimony, is there? Yeah. We want to go back to better care. Yeah. So, and it's not a case of they've left you for a reason. They've had to go and do something else, and then they come back and actually request you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No. That's that does sound absolutely amazing. Well, we've actually got 11 minutes of the show left. So if you're listening live, the time is 1:49. You're supposed to do that on radio shows, aren't you? So you're listening to the Business Hour on Burton Radio every Monday from 1 till 2 p.m. Today in the studio we have Jade Mountford and Bianca Marie from Better Care Services, a business established by Bianca and provides domiciliary care for what's your kind of radius? Where do you stretch out to?
So Jade is going to be better at this for me. Which areas do we cover? It's a test for you.
So the areas that we're covering at the moment is Cannock, Hensford, Stafford, anywhere in Staffordshire.
Anywhere in Staffordshire, yeah. So that includes Burton as well, yeah.
Yeah, around those areas. If we get near it, then yes, we'll cover it.
But I must say, when it's live-in care, so by live-in care, it's someone coming into supporting an individual into their own homes, which is almost like 24/7. There's no jurisdiction, we can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, no, of course, and quite often that could be the case. I'll take it. Yeah, so it's brilliant, and the business is still growing nicely.
Still growing nicely, so one of the things that we sort of like looking at the moment is, because at Better Care, I always say to people, it's better care for everyone. So from the clients we look after, the families, and also my staff. So it's at the moment we sort of like looking to build a well-being part to Better Care services, which is looking after, like we, almost like what we're celebrating for tomorrow, looking after those in the front line. So we're building a well-being service.
For nurses and for those who work within the care.
Those who work in the care industry.
Wow, and that's good. And you're looking to develop that very soon, or you've already started?
We've already started.
Fantastic. Well, you must come back and let us know how that's getting on as well at some point.
Definitely.
You're also chamber members, which is brilliant, over in Cannock Chase, which basically means you're a member of Burton and Birmingham as well.
That's right.
All that good stuff, and able to go and speak to businesses out there. So, as a chamber member, for you guys, it's probably easier because anybody you speak to may have a friend or a relative who they might require some care for. Mm-hmm. So you're not necessarily kind of cordoned in by sector or industry, are you? Anybody you speak to could be a potential client, and that's great. It's nice to be able to get you out there and talking to our businesses too. Did you find any other benefits from the chamber?
Oh, absolutely. So in terms of myself as a manager or managing director, sometimes you can get lonely, in that space. So the chambers, it's a good, there's a lot of events. It's a good networking platform. It's good for personal development. I've been able to do quite a lot of business development and courses through the chambers.
Fantastic. Well, that's interesting because actually we hear a lot of people say that, when you're either an MD or a chief exec or you work on your own, there's not really many opportunities to get out there and see people all the time. You're either stuck at home or in the office. And that's things like the Monday Club today is really useful for things like that. We get a lot of people come to the Monday Club and say, it's just nice to get out of the house occasionally and see other businesses and talk business, basically, at the end of the day. Tell us a bit, just because I'm not sure we covered everything about Nurses Day, although you came out with that lovely statement. Now I'm so sorry, it's gone past me. But so tomorrow, will be things going all across the country?
Yes, and I know different trusts will definitely do different things to celebrate Nurses Day. It's interesting that Nurses Day comes, at this point after, is it May, the Workers' Day? As well, yeah.
Is that the May Bank holiday?
The May Bank holiday. So it's about looking after us as.
That's good.
The angels of healthcare.
Well, everybody's going to look forward to a day off on the 25th, I think it is. But spare a thought for those in care who won't have that day off and will be caring for those who
care for others.
Care for others. Exactly right. They're fantastic. So I think we need to find out how people contact you.
Okay, so you can find us at 4 Kingston Court Shopping Arcade, Warsaw Road in Cannock, WS11 0HQ. That's our office. You're more than welcome to come in and you'll be seen by myself. You can go on our website, which is www.bettercareservices.co.uk. You can also call us on 01543 382 993.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jade. And you got the email there?
Yes, it's info@bettercareservices.co.uk.
info@bettercareservices.co.uk, and somebody will be in touch with you to talk about whatever your requirements are. Or if you want to speak to Better Care Services about what's happening on Nurses Day tomorrow, yes, by all means get in touch. I'm sure Bianca can let you know what's going on, or at least point you in the right direction. Remember, we are putting the show on our YouTube channel, which is at the Biz Hour, or you'll find it the Business Hour. You'll find us there eventually. We'll put the whole show on, bar the music, and we might pull a short out of there as well, so you get a flavour of what we talked about today. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Jade. One more thing, Bianca, go on.
Yes, one more thing. So, message for everyone from Better Care Services is,
okay,
let us look after your mum and dad so that you can be a daughter or a son.
Oh, wow. That's lovely.
Thank you, everyone.
No, thank you, Bianca. And thank you, Jade, for coming on board.
Thank you.
This is a song by Rush called Free Will.